Assalamu alaikum assassins. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. So girls and guys, it's online lecture 21st and subject is history and grade 7. So currently we are studying second chapter, that is Mughal Empire consolidation, and the topic is Akbar's administrative system under the banner of administrative measures and reforms, and that is on page number 14 and it's subheading 2.3. So girls and guys, it's 29th of June 2020 and it's Monday. So I am hoping that you guys already have opened your books page and you guys are having all the important and essential materials with you, because in every lecture I used to say that to have your books open and have your pen or highlighters in order to note down the important points. And I think you guys are following my instructions and already have opened your books, so appreciate it. So back to the lecture. So in order to start the fresh lecture, I want you all to let's talk about our previous lecture. So previously we talked about the second battle of Panipat that was being fought on 1556, and it was being fought between Mughal Emperor Akbar and the Hindu chief minister of Sud dynasty, and Sud dynasty was founded by Shesha Suri. So the Hindu chief minister was Himu. So battle was between Akbar and Himu. So both the forces of both sides fought on the area like Panipat. The present day it is called Haryana and it is in India. So both the forces were fighting bravely and wildly. When an incident happened, one of the men from Akbar's army drew an arrow and it just stuck into the right eye of Himu, and he fell down from his elephant and lost his consciousness. After viewing this, the forces of Himu became confused and they got panicked, and as they were fighting leaderless at that time, so the Akbar's army took the advantage of this thing and they won the battle. So after winning the second battle of Panipat, Mughal Emperor Akbar kept on conquering many other cities and areas, and he became very powerful. With the growing age, he became very intelligent. He was already intelligent, but with the growing age he got many experiences, and Mughal Empire expanded and flourished under the reign of Mughal Emperor Akbar. So guys, let me tell you an interesting fact. Like in history, three important battles of Panipat were being fought, and all the battles like the Mughal emperors and the Muslims won all these three battles of Panipat. So let's talk about the administrative system of Akbar. So first, what is an administrative system? So girls and guys, it means keeping the record of all the affairs, like of government affairs, judiciary affairs, public affairs, military affairs, and it was also responsible for the human resource or the recruitment of the people from in the state or in the army, or the removal of the people from the army or from important matters. And it also included the financial affairs and all the important matters. Girls and guys, let's talk about the administration of Akbar. So first, let me tell you, Akbar was the most successful and most intelligent Mughal emperor of all the Mughal emperors, and under his reign all the Mughal Empire expanded and consolidated throughout the Indian subcontinent. So the administrative machinery of the Mughals, which functioned throughout the Mughals' rule, was basically introduced by Akbar. Akbar was not only a brave soldier, a successful leader, and a great religious reformer, but a great administrator. He introduced various reforms in all the branches of administration, and the entire functioning of Akbar's administrative system was so flawless and so effective. It was amazing and incredible. So Akbar was very well, he was so concerned and devoted and enthusiastic as far as his reign is concerned. He worked day and night for the prosperity for his people. So Akbar categorized the entire system in 5 divisions. I mean, the administrative system into 5 divisions. So first was the centralized government or centralized system. Second was the provincial system, the military system, the judiciary system or legislative system, or the financial department system. So let's talk about each system in detail. So first we will talk about the centralized government or the centralized system. So Akbar was the head of the kingdom, you can say that, under whom were all the offices and the officials. To reduce the workload, he distributed the tasks and goals to different officers in the following manner. So there were different people having different ranks who used to work under the banner centralized government or centralized system. So first was Vakil. They were the chief advisors of the emperor who headed the administration. Clear? So second was Diwan, and Diwan were of two categories, right? So first was Mansabdars and second was Mir Bakhsh. So the people who were the Mansabdars checked, audited and controlled the finances. So the Mir Bakhsh were the officials who distributed pays to senior officials. Is it clear? Okay. So next is Sadar and he was the deployed as the head of the religious advisory, whose task was to maintain religious unity. Is it clear? Okay. Next is Khane Saman. As his title suggests, he was the royal store in charge who facilitated the kitchen, social gatherings and the upkeep of the palace interiors. Clear? So Khane Saman was the person who used to take care of the kitchen stuff and the gatherings and the interior of the palace. Is it clear? Okay. Next was Muhatib. He was the royal counselor who was in charge of the upkeep of Muslim ethics and culture. Clear? So next was Kotwal, and he was the head of the intelligence and postal department who kept records of the new immigrants. Is it clear? So these were the different peoples with different ranks who used to perform their duties according to the task they used to be given, right? So I want you all to just pause my video and just replay it in order to understand the different things clear. I think central system is cleared enough. So let's talk about the provincial administration. So under the rule of Mughal Emperor Akbar, the whole kingdom was divided into 15 subas or provinces to manage the administration without any problems. These subas were allotted to officials who kept a close account of all the activities that took place. I mean, for the provincial administration, Mughal Emperor Akbar hired few officials or few employees, you can say that, who worked day and night for the prosperity of the administration system. Okay, so these officials were, first was the Subedar. He was the overall in charge of the provincial development. I mean, for the whole Suba's development, he was the overall in charge. So I am taking the name Suba because it was taken as it is, so that's why I'm gonna take Suba, because it is written in your book as well, so that's why I'm taking this word as it is. So next is Diwan. He solicited the matters of finances and bills. He took charge of giving pays to the provincial officers. So Diwan was the one who used to give pays to the provincial officers, and he used to manage the finances and bills. Is it clear? Okay, so next is Sadr. He took care of state level judicial matters and helped people who were needy to get charity. Clear? Okay, so coming to next, it's Qazi. So he was a local judge who took care of small judiciary matters that could be solved in small time limits. Is it clear? So Qazi used to be the responsible for the judiciary matters. Clear? Okay, so next is Kotwal. So he took charge of the law and order situation on state levels. Clear? So next is Mir Bakhsh. He was in charge of local taxes and collection of revenue for the state welfare. So girls and guys, I am taking different thing. Maybe these terms are gonna be very new for you all, so you can just pause my video and you can just replay it, and you can listen my video again and again in order to understand the things more clearly. Clear? So that's what all that was all for the provincial administrative system. So as I told you before, Akbar divided his empire into 15 provinces or subas. These were first is Agra, second Ahmedabad, third Ahmednagar, fourth Ajmer, fifth Allahabad, sixth Awadh, 7 Bengal, 8 Berar, 9 Bihar, 10 Delhi, 11 Kabul, 12 Kandahar, 13 Lahore, 14 Malwa, and 15 Multan. So each province was under the charge of Subedar, or he used to be the governor. Okay, and he was assisted by a Diwan who looked after the revenue records. So that's all for today's lecture. Today I gave you a lecture on the administrative system of Akbar, or I mean the administration under Akbar's reign. So I told you he divided the whole system into 5 categories, like the central system, provincial system, judiciary system, finance system, and military system. So in today's lecture we talked about the central system and the provincial systems, and where we also talked about different officials, I mean all the officials that with different ranks. So in our upcoming lecture we will talk about another system. So before that, your assignment is enlist the officials under the central and provincial administrative system. So this is short and sweet assignment. So in our upcoming lecture we're going to talk about the Mansabdari system in detail. So till then, stay hydrated as and drink plenty of water as much as you can. Allah Hafiz.